Oh, hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Luis el Apóstol Feliz. Update time! This is an update for my unbranded knockoff Chelsea boots. Now, mind you, I got these back in April, 8 months ago. This day 8 months ago. And, these boots are beautiful. Now, I'm going to give you guys three things I like, three things I don't like about them. So let's get started. So, obviously these are more casual because you can see right here they have here a little bit of, they have a white sole, rubber sole, and you do have kind of a rubbery midsole here, and you do have here your rubber treads for traction. I put, I wore them, during spring and summer because these are more like for spring and summer. And, the pull handle, the pull tab here, I think it looks pretty good. Now, I also love the stitching here. Obviously, the inside here, it's not perfect, but it's unlined. But you can see right there some creases, some folds, because, I've been wearing them for quite a while now. Now, let's talk about this insert. It is, just your typical, your generic cloth insole with, just rubber. This is not, mind you, this is not, top of the line, top of the class, but at least you do have a removable insole. So that's what I like. Not a lot of, there's no attempt made at making these look classy or high end. These are more like casual style Chelsea boots. And, I worn them, for during church, I wore them to the store just, for casual outings, like to the store, to grandma's house, But, this tan or cool yellow is more, versatile. Just a plastic midsole. Just not the top, this is not the top of the line when it comes to, quality and, these are more like, these are glued on soles, so again, there's no attempt made at making these look classy. Now let me put the insole off camera. It takes two hands. So, there we go. So, there we go. There we go. So, son of fulano. So, obviously, this is kind of like leather rat, synthetic material. This is kind of like low grade, budget Chelsea boots. And you can see right there in the back, right here, you do have just little pieces, some little attention to detail. But again, these are no New Republic Sonomas. These are no common projects. These are not designer brands. This is not made by a specific designer brand. Since I got these from TikTok shop, back in April. And so, but you do have here just your elastic gussets, what you might expect from a Chelsea boot. You do have here your stitching and yeah, so now on to my 3 things I like and 3 things I don't like. So let's talk about likes. Like number 1, obviously, these are comfy. These can be versatile. You can wear them with a blue jeans and just your everyday clothes, or you can dress them up with tan or brown trousers and a blue suit. Blue dress shirt and gray tie. And brown tie, and maybe a charcoal, sport jacket. And so that's one of the many ways that you can style it. Like number 2, obviously, they're comfortable right out of the box. And although it doesn't have top of the line materials, these are more like for budget Chelsea boots. So you do have just a little bit of a crease right there, So number 3, obviously, like number 3 is obviously you can wear these every you can stand on these every day. So now let's talk about my 3 dislikes. So dislike number 1 is I don't like how the back right here creases and folds as you wear them. Like I've said, these are not like designer, these are not like your name brand. These don't have the brand name, brand recognition like New Republic or, Bluntstone or, most of the competitors. number two, obviously, obviously, second dislike for me would be, you know, apart from, the, the, you know, the folds, the creases here, I don't like the fact that, when you wear them, they do get a little tight, I don't like the, just cloth lining, I don't like the cloth lining, but, these are more durable. These are more durable per se, rather than having just a leather, leather lining. Number three, dislike number three, for me, I would have to say, obviously the materials, like I've said before, these don't have, the brand image or the brand recognition, comparing it to rivals such as Thursday Boots, Doc Martens, most of the competitors. And so, but, but they're durable, they get the job done, So, and I wish the sole right here, and I am going to combine it with the fact that the sole, right here, the sole gets, grimy and, with obviously this is white right there. These look more like sneakers than boots. So, hope you guys love this video. Make sure you guys comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that y'all never miss any of my future content. And until next time, Luis el Apóstol Feliz. Peace.